Hi, this is Betsy and Warren with Married with Luggage, and we've just gotten rid of a lot of crap.
Yes, we have. We pretty much have about 5% of everything that we owned up until about 3 or 4 months ago. Now that's all we have left.
So we are free as a bird, adrift, whatever you would like to say, and we are now ready to go on to the next stage of our dream, which is to move in with a friend of ours. We're going to stay here, finish up some business in Seattle, and then in October we are off to Ecuador. So you may not want to go to Ecuador, although I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to. But if you are thinking of getting rid of a bunch of your crap, and we all have crap, so don't tell me your stuff is all treasures. If you're thinking of getting rid of your crap, we're going to tell you a little bit about how we got rid of ours.
Yep.
So we started off with the reverse birthday party.
Yep.
So last year at my birthday party, I got out 39 of my favorite things for my 39th birthday. Invited my good friends over and let them sort of haggle over everything. And it was really a great experience. Everyone just made donations, sort of like consignment shopping. And it was great for me to see the things that I love going off with people that I love. So it made it a lot easier to get rid of those things. Yeah. Things that you love but not love enough to keep in that little 5%. So that was a great thing. And then we really kicked it into high gear.
With Craigslist. And so far less emotional process. Basically, for those of you that haven't signed on and used Craigslist in the past, I really recommend it. We've sold probably $8,000 worth of things on Craigslist over the last several years. And a lot of the things that we had in this home, we actually sold on Craigslist as part of this process. And typically, if you haven't been through the process, I encourage you to get on there and actually log on, get yourself an account, and then take a picture of something. And the most important thing, write something creative about what you're doing. Right? So find something in there and actually tell your story. People are interested in buying for the story. They want the item. That's how they got there. But sell them on it. Tell them about your trip. For us and everyone, I talked about how our trip around the world, we're selling everything we own. It makes for an interesting dialogue and it engages the reader and the ultimate buyer. It also helps with negotiation. Very important. Yeah, so when you're selling things on Craigslist, people love to negotiate. They won't spend $10 on something because if they can get it for $8, they want a deal. But if you actually put it out there and say, look, you're actually helping to fund my trip, they kind of back off a little bit and they actually are more open to actually working with you. And then finally, clump stuff together. Don't try to sell a power cord. Sell a box of cords. A box of every connection that you've ever had in your life. Put it all in that box and sell it for $15, $20. But
I've actually
bring them
seen
together.
him do this. I've actually seen him do this. It is amazing.
And we also did this with Paris. We had a lot of items from Paris, and we were able to sell those. And so the idea is you want to be able to give the user an experience as much as possible, more than just an item. For the larger items, you can obviously just take a picture, write your post, and it'll sell. There's very few things that we've ever put on Craigslist that we have not sold. And the most difficult things that we had that we really thought would never go usually end up being argued about.
Yeah.
So that's certainly been a wild experience meeting different people. We met a volcanologist last week.
A volcanologist!
It's amazing. So you can actually engage with the people, and it's another way to meet people as well as get rid of your stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I love that. Love Craigslist. The third thing that we did to get rid of our stuff was for our near and dear friends. But these were things that weren't like our treasures. We're talking about our television, our furniture, those kinds of things that are fairly easy to get rid of.
Our entire kitchen.
Our entire kitchen.
Yeah.
So we invited our friends over to shop in our house, and then because
we actually offered them wine, just to be clear. We did bribe them all with liquor.
That's true.
So.
And because we are extremely lazy or have other things to do, I don't know, we didn't price anything. We just bought a bunch of different colored stickers.
Yep.
And we assigned each person
or
a color.
Yep.
Or couple a color. And they just walked through the house putting stickers on all the things that they wanted. And of course, we had already put a different colored sticker on the few things that we were keeping. So they found all the things they wanted, and then they came to the master negotiator and worked out a price. And the cool thing about this, if you're planning on leaving at a certain date, is that your friends, the people who love you, will let you keep your stuff until you leave. So for instance, we're not losing our couch and our bed and those kinds of things until this weekend when we move.
Yeah.
Even though we sold them 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's actually a great way to sell your stuff. Your friends love you. They want to help you out. We actually sold our entire kitchen contents to one person.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you. And you know, what a relief that is. Think about getting rid of your plates and then your pots and pans and then your glass. I mean, you know, anyway. It has been a great, great experience in learning how to get rid of stuff and also to see the flip side. You know, we've been living lean for so long and the simplification and all of that. And then to see people who just want to come over and they just want to accumulate all this stuff. And in a way, I want to perform an intervention and say, don't take it. But then in the other way, I know
we need them to take it. It's so exciting. So it's really good. I warn those of you that are embarking on a major downsizing where you're getting rid of a lot of things, not just the emotional aspect, but be prepared that don't price things on their emotional value. So don't tag the chair that your great-great-grandfather made and put it for $1,000 because there's a good chance people won't pay it. So you do have to bring a lot of realism in there. Right. And you have to understand that when you sell everything you own in mass, you are not going to make the same amount of money you did when you paid for it.
Exactly.
So that's just a couple of practical advices just for warning as you get into it, because all of your stuff is emotionally worth a lot to you, but on the open market, it's not worth quite as much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
And one other thing that I would say is, for us, you know, we're getting ready to move out. It's May, and we're not leaving until October. Yeah. I know that a lot of people who go on these trips, they sell everything right before they leave. And I have to tell you, if we were leaving in a week, I would be so exhausted. I don't know if it would be a huge relief to go on the trip or not, but I really like the fact that we have some padding and some cushion in there. So if you're planning this, you may want to give yourself some time.
Start like 6 months early. I mean, we started in December with this in big way, and so understand that it's a journey as you go through that. Sell a little bit at a time, and then towards the end, you can ramp up and speed up the process.
Well, like today, you know, we were able to have breakfast with some friends. We're going to see some tonight. We're still able to enjoy our time even though we're moving because we don't have a huge amount of stuff to do. It's not this... I mean, it is overwhelming because you're getting rid of all your crap, but it's not overwhelming from a physical standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have a chance, sell everything you own, go around the world. These are the ways to do it. If you just want to sell a few things, apply these liberally throughout your process.